What is up, salon, spa, and beauty professionals? It is Katie here coming at you live late on this Monday evening. I'm super excited to be here with you all. This is our weekly live training that myself and most of the time Jordan, not currently, but most of the time, do in this group. For every single one of you. It's a free training. It's a bonus training that all of you get access to every single week. So we're super pumped to be able to come back, I can't talk tonight, come back around and do this for you guys yet again. If you are catching me live, be sure to type in #live down below. If you are catching my replay, be sure to type in #replay down below as well. And if you are new to the group, please below type in who you are, where you're from, and what you do, because it's the best way for me to see you, get to know your name, get to know your face, and everything about your business. What is our topic of the day today? It is the number one worst thing that you are doing for your salon or your spa that is actually holding you back from growing right now, okay? That's what we're gonna get into today. You're gonna get the answer to that very big question live here in just a second. But before I start talking about it, I have to know you guys are listening, okay? We've got almost 20 people on this live stream right now. So if you are catching me live, type in #live down below. And for those of you who catch the replay later, #replay down below too, okay? I want to see these comments coming in, because the more I see your commenting, the more I know that you are actually hearing what I'm saying, okay? I'm not going live here just to listen to myself talk. I'm going live here to actually talk back and forth with you guys and share a lot of awesome information that you guys can take note of and actually take words, can't think of them, take initiative on, take action on, implement into everything that you do with your business. Looks like the comments aren't popping up on my phone, but it is okay because I've got it pulled up on my computer. So I can see we got Nicole here, Chris Ann, Christina, Evelyn. Hi guys, I hope you're all having a fantastic evening. With that said, let's go ahead and dive into the meat and potatoes of the worst thing that you are doing for your salon or your spa that is actually halting your growth, okay? I'm gonna lead into it with this. One of the number one things I hear outside of, Real Beauty Bosses University and Real Beauty Bosses Elite, two of our creme de la creme programs that we have out there right now, is, Katie, I do not have time to show up to the coaching or to take your training, or, to implement these modules, or, even for that call with Veronica or that call with Corey. Katie, I don't have time for these things. I have to focus on my clients. Katie, I don't have time for these things because I have a hair client at that time, or I have a facial client at that time. I'm booked solid, open to close Monday through Saturday. Can you take me on Sunday night? Those are the number one things that I hear coming back from guys about, or coming back from you guys about, the programs are taking, the trainings are being able to keep up with these things. And that in and of itself is flawed, okay? You should not be booked solid as an owner of a salon or a spa, open to close from morning to night, every single working day, specifically with your services. Why not? I know what you're thinking, Katie, I have to do services in order to make money. So what are you talking about? Why can't I be booked that much? Here's the thing. If you are going to scale your business to a point where you no longer have to trade your hands for money, so you no longer have to work on clients anymore in order to be making money, you can then transfer yourself to a business owner position where you are running the business, opening a second location, hiring on new people, and you are growing. You're creating jobs in the marketplace. You're creating an environment that people enjoy working in, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. If you are gonna upgrade your life to that level, it is so freaking important and crucial that you set aside time to work on your business. You cannot work in your business 24/7. You just can't do it if you are ever going to grow. Even as a solo, You have to set aside 1 to 2 days a week where you are not taking clients and you are simply filling yourself up on the other 4 to 5 days. 110%, there's no way around it, okay? You have to have days where you go, I'm not taking clients these days. I'm working on my business, not in it. Those are the days where you're gonna be doing things like social media strategies to get new clients, planning out your content for the week, perfecting your website, setting up your online booking, messaging people on Facebook and Instagram to book new appointments. Outside of COVID, doing some local networking, handing out some business cards, some flyers, going and meeting new people. All of these different things, you can't do them if you're stuck behind the chair. Taking trainings and taking modules and learning and participating in coaching in ways that are going to extend you to the next level. Number one reason why people don't show up to our coaching calls is, oh, I have clients at that time. Well, if you managed your schedule accordingly, you wouldn't, because there are certain days a week that you need to say, I'm not taking clients today. I'm working on my business. And I understand that the number one fear when it comes to that is that, oh my God, I can't turn clients away. I need the money. I need the cash right now. I can't turn a single appointment away. I have to take it. So if I have to sacrifice that hour of growing my business in order to take a client, I'm gonna have to do that. And here's why this actually hurts you rather than helps you. First and foremost, you're priming that client to the fact that you're available on that day, right? So, okay, yeah, sure, I'll take you on Sunday. Or yeah, sure, I'll take you on Monday. Even though you were previously scheduling out those days to work on your business. Well, now that client, guess what? Every time they come around, they're gonna be coming around for that Sunday or that Monday slot. So you're already inviting a client in on a time frame that doesn't fit what's right for your business and what's going to help you grow. Secondly, while you're stressing about taking that one client on that one day or that 1 hour, etc., that you should have spent working on your business, you could have spent that hour booking a client or 2 or 3, maybe even 4 or 5 on the other days of the week where you are working open to close, okay? So you're sacrificing things that can make you more money in the long run for doing a quick appointment today, okay? We can't be doing that. We have got to, as a community, as an industry, realize that as a small business owner, it doesn't matter if you're solo or if you have a team and staff, that it is important, it is so crucial to set aside time to work on your business. And I would go out on a limb here to say that this is one of the very few industries that just straight up doesn't do that. Like just doesn't. It's just like, I'm a stylist and I'm gonna stay, or I'm an esthetician, or I do body contouring, etc. And so that's what I do. I sit behind the chair all day and I do my service. When in reality, you are a business owner, okay? Being a business owner comes with all the other aspects of the business as well that we need to get comfortable indoctrinating into our everyday life. So number one worst thing that you can do for your business right now is not set aside the time to work on your business and do business growth tasks, like taking free trainings, like doing the Real Beauty Bosses organic strategies that we have a few trainings on in this free group. They're also huge in Real Beauty Bosses Elite and Real Beauty Bosses University. Taking advantage of those things, other free trainings you're finding online, refining your processes, scheduling out your posts for the week on social media, getting organized, getting your daily plan and your daily habits in place. All of these things you're sacrificing and you're not getting done. How many of you, go ahead and comment down below, how many of you have gone like days without posting on social media just because you couldn't find the time to do it? Like you went multiple days and never posted on your Instagram, never posted on your Facebook, didn't post about your business once for days at a time because you were just so consumed with providing your service that you just didn't get around to it. How many of you guys have spent like weeks not even really focusing on client attraction because you're just focused on getting these current clients in? It's one of the main things I actually saw happen after COVID, the release came up. So after we got out of quarantine, because so many people were like, wow, Gotta get all these clients in, okay? I'm so behind. I have all these clients that need my attention, so I just need to focus on them. And they just double book themselves open to close for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe even a month. But then guess what happened? After that 2 weeks, that 3 weeks, that month went away, we were a little bit dry. All of those clients, they ran out. They had their services, they were done. And then we spent 3 weeks only focusing on them, focusing on zero growth strategy, focusing 0% on our business, only in it. And then we were SOL at the end of those 2 to 3 weeks because we didn't stay on top of working on our business, okay? And I know in the beginning, when you're first making that transition, it kind of sucks. It's kind of scary to sit there and have to go, okay, Mondays, I am not taking clients. That is the day where I am up at 8. I am starting to work on my business by 9, and 9 to 5, I'm clocked in working on my business. I'm not taking any clients. And then that first client comes along and you have to go, oh, I don't do clients on Monday. And then maybe they have to go see someone else. Or maybe your schedule just doesn't work for them anymore, stuff like that, and you have to turn them away. It's like a gut-wrenching feeling when that first client comes along. But if you stick to your guns, if you have your schedule laid out for yourself so that you can just stick with it, having that set period of time to work on your business, it's going to benefit you 10 times in the long run. It's the number one thing that Jordan and I had to learn the hard way, okay? When we first started our business. And by the way, you guys, as you're listening to all of these things, go ahead and drop your comments, your questions, hopes, fears, dreams, everything below. As I go through this live training, I will be answering all your questions, acknowledging all your comments, etc. So be sure to go ahead and type all that below, and we'll get to them as we go. But nonetheless, when Jordan and I first started our business, it was like my number one problem. Not so much Jordan's, but definitely mine. I was so consumed with providing a quality product and providing something that was just kick butt and constantly getting results from my clients that we woke up one day, we had like 2 clients left. And it's like, crap, I don't know what to do, right? We woke up one day, we're like, what's the deal? Like, why don't we have that many clients coming in? Like, why don't we have that much volume? And it was because we sacrificed the time that should have been spent on attaining new clients, prospecting, doing appointments, doing consultations, etc., to get new clients in, and we focused 100% on just the in the business tasks of providing the service, and it shot us in the foot, okay? Now, this doesn't go to say like, oh, like you don't need to focus on in your business at all, like screw the quality of your product. It's nothing like that, okay? You should be consumed absolutely with providing the best quality product and the best quality service you can. You should be consumed with providing the best experience to your clients to the highest level, 5-star service, so on and so forth. Those things should be a priority. But those things are created in the on the business tasks, okay? So you can't actually provide the best service possible unless you sacrifice the time to work on your business. I would bet you money, bags and bags of money, if you decided 2 full days a week that you were not taking clients and that you were just focusing on your business on those 2 days, and the other, let's just say 4 days, you went balls to the wall, Tuesday to Saturday, Wednesday to Saturday, whatever it would be, and you just took all the clients, you were open to close, but you spent those other 2 days focusing on those growth activities that were really gonna kick your business into gear, that you would be making more money right now. If you sacrifice those 2 days a week to work on your business, you would make more money than trying to hustle 7 days out of the week for every little client you can get. That is a fact, okay? I found that to be true. There's a million other salon, spa, and beauty professionals who found that to be true. It is so crucial to having a successful business, okay? Even things as trivial as raising your prices, doing those processes. Half you watching this live should be raising your prices right now. Guarantee you half your prices are not where they should be. But it's not something you just wake up one day and do. No, you have to follow the process, get everything set in place on one of those days that you are working on your business, okay? With that said, you guys, we've had a couple more people hop on. So if you're catching me live, type in #live down below. If you're catching the replay, type in #replay. That way I know you're here, you're listening, you're watching, etc. But with that said, you guys, like what questions, what comments, what experiences do you have or have you had when it comes to kind of separating that time of working on your business versus working in your business? I kind of want to know like what you guys have experienced in that regard, or maybe what's one of the big things that's holding you back from doing it. It's a big shift. It's a big mental shift. And so it's definitely something that is going to take some adjusting to when it comes down to it. So questions, comments, experiences, etc. You guys go ahead and drop it down below. The other question is, should I be behind my chair open to close every day? The other answer to that is no. If you're behind your chair every single day, like at what point are you booking new clients? At what point are you trying new strategies, okay? Because these things to get new clients in the door, they're not as effective at 10, 11, midnight, etc., or at 7 in the morning. They're not as effective at those times as they are, you know, during kind of prime business hours, like 5, 6 at night, middle of the day, etc. Those are the times where, you know, most people are on social media and scrolling, etc. So those are the times we've got to be focusing on the business things. And the more we can set aside that time, the better chance we're going to have of our on the business tasks being uber successful, okay? So you guys, yet again, down below in the comment section, let me know what questions, what comments do you have, what experiences do you have with going from working on your business to working in your business, okay? Because this is a big shift, it's an important shift, and I wanna make sure we go ahead and hash through all of this for you guys tonight so that we can really get a good read on, you know, and good feedback for you guys on this topic. I see we got Nicole on, Chris, Christina, Evelyn, Ednalis. Oh, I hope I said that right. Sylvia, Angelina, Jeanette, Denise, Jeanette, I think I already said that, maybe, I don't know. Christina and Carolyn, all of you guys are on. I hope you're having a fantastic evening. Again, let me know down below your questions, your comments, etc. when it comes to working on versus in your business, okay? Now for my solos, for you guys specifically, I really want to hear from y'all in regards to kind of the discrepancy on working on versus in. I actually kind of got a little bit of feedback from some people I know of who are in more of the hair extension space, that when they did this and they locked down that time to work on versus in their business, they actually increased how much money they were bringing in by about 75%. Huge increase in revenue, huge increase in clientele just by being stingy with your time. I promise your clients aren't gonna get mad at you about it. You just have to find the time to be able to do it. Just think of it like this. Like, what time have y'all normally gone through the unit section of this free group? If you've even made the time to go through it at all. There are a crap load of resources in that unit section of this group, a crap ton of stuff that you can go through like today, right now, in order to push your business forward and put these growth strategies in place. But how many of you have actually gone through it? I have most of our elite students not even be able to commit 30 extra minutes a day to the program, struggling to commit 30 extra minutes a day to implement growth strategies for their business. A simple post on social media, Facebook group strategies, messaging people who struggle setting aside 30 minutes for it a day, or even an hour or two a week. Guys, here's what it boils down to. You either have time or you have money. If you don't have the money to go pay someone else, just here's like $10,000, here's like $20,000, just go do it. If you don't have the money just to do that and brush the problem off on someone else and pay them well to take care of it for you, then you have to have the time to get it done, okay? I'll say it again, you either have time or you have money. You never have both and you're never lacking both, okay? It's one or the other. There's another person who I talked to just a couple weeks ago who said, Katie, I don't have any clients. What do I do? Gave him some things to do. Katie, I don't have time to do these things. You just said you don't have clients, okay? If we don't have clients, if our books aren't filled with clients, then we have the time to work on our business. It's just about us being, what's the word for it? Can't think of it. I'm thinking like, I don't know why the word has just gone away from my brain. We have disciplined. Geez, hate my life today. You have to be disciplined enough in order to lock down and do the work. You have to be disciplined enough to make these things a priority, get them on the schedule, and get them done. Whether or not it be your social media posting or taking a new training or messaging people on Facebook and Instagram who seem like they would be interested in your service or doing local networking or whatever it may be, okay? Whatever your growth strategy or your growth plan for your business is. You either have time or you have money. You're never lacking in both. Because if you don't have the clients that are bringing in the money, then you damn well better have time. Because obviously not 100% of your appointment slots are fixed and you have time to work on your business, okay? So just keep that in mind. Christina said, what should I need to do during this shutdown time? If you are shut down, number one thing you can do is focus on your growth strategy for when you reopen. You should have your entire grand reopening plan mapped out, built, and ready to press play on before you ever get reopened, okay? When the first round of reopenings started happening, I had tons of people coming to me, oh, I'm about to reopen. What do I do? I reopened 2 days ago. What do I do? Well, you should have had it planned 2 weeks ago, okay? During all this downtime, that's the first thing that you guys should do if you are still shut down, is have your grand reopening strategy mapped out. I'm talking all the way down to what text am I gonna send all of my clients when we reopen? What social media posts am I gonna make that first week? You should have multiple social media posts mapped out for yourself that you can go ahead and get out there, ready to roll, okay? Press and play. You're gonna be booked. Just expect it. It's like glory from God, all of the appointments coming in you want. You're gonna be in appointments up to your ears. You're gonna have no time to think, okay? So you have to have all these things mapped out beforehand. Social media posts, text, what am I gonna email all of my clients? Am I gonna run any sort of special to get everyone in? What kind of PPE? Yeah, PPE, sorry, there's so many, there's PPP, PPC, PPE, there's all kinds of stuff. What kind of PPE do I need to already have ordered and already have in store in order to be successful? How many steps can I go above and beyond for my clients to make them feel comfortable coming to me? And then lastly, for the clients who aren't willing to come to me, who aren't willing, even after we reopen, to come out and get an appointment done, how can I serve them? What can I put into place in order to serve the clients who are still fearful of coming to me, or maybe my high-risk clients, etc.? Can I do virtual consultations with them? Can I send them retail? Can I send them little product packages? Maybe I need to do handwritten cards. Maybe that'll, amplify the level of service that I'm giving for my clients. These are the types of things you need to be thinking about while you're shut down, okay? So that's for you guys. J Star Moore said, I bought the course back in March and I realized I didn't even have the time to do it without multitasking. Cut my days to 4 days per week in order to focus on running the business so I can scale up, ready to grow. That's exactly how it's done. 100%. You will not grow until you get stingy with your time, okay? Awesome, awesome job, J-Star. Angela said it's been difficult with this pandemic going on. Get specific on why it's been difficult with this pandemic going on. Is it potentially because maybe your kids are at home, things like that? In that regard, like there's a specific issue that we need to navigate with this. So let's get clear on what's been difficult about it. Because the fact that a virus is floating around out there doesn't directly affect my time in here. There's something else in between that affects my time to work on my business. Sylvia said, not yours nor all the paperwork to add my home as a work location. I think after my man passing, I was just at a brain overload dealing with it all. Understandable. And you guys, life happens, okay? And that is such an awful, awful thing. And Sylvia, I will keep you in my prayers. But when it comes to these types of things, you have to give yourself some slack here, okay? Like, it's okay to have time to pity yourself. It's okay to go off to the side and do your own thing for a while and, let go a little bit. It's okay for those things to happen. The important thing is when you're ready, you jump back in with all 4 feet or both feet, however the saying goes. You jump back in full force and you get going again and you map out the plan and you follow the proven roadmap. J Star said, be disciplined and intentional. Absolutely. Every damn thing you do in your business better be intentional. From the way you greet your clients in a way that keeps them coming back for more, the way you present product, the way you ask for their next appointment, etc. Every single part of your appointment, everything you do from the day or the moment you walk into the salon to the moment you leave, when you clock in to work on your business and when you clock out from working on your business, everything has to be intentional, okay? Discipline and intention are the 2 things that are going to absolutely push you to the next level in your business. 90% of the time, the people who make the least and have the least clients are the ones who give me the most pushback on doing the work to grow their business. I'll say it again. 90% of the time, it is the people who have the least clients and bring in the least income who give me the most pushback on doing the work to get the clients. Don't want to post on social media. I don't have time for that. I don't want to personally talk to people on social media. Can they not just go through my Facebook book, or can they not just go through my booking link? Can they not just book online? I don't really want to talk to them. At the end of the day, there's a reason why we're not getting clients in the door. And if we sit here and blame the clients all day long, we're not solving the root of the problem, okay? 90% of the time, the reason why your books are not as filled as you want them to be is because of you. And I don't say that in a rude way, but I say that in a very real way, because it is on us to do the work to get the clients, okay? Me, as a marketer, am sitting here telling you there is no magical Facebook ad that is going to fix your ability to book clients, okay? You have the ability to go out on Facebook tomorrow and book yourself out for the next week. You have the ability to do it. All a Facebook ad is a shortcut to that. But you have to have the same conversations. You have to put the same amount of work in. And some people just don't want to hear that. They want the quick fix. They want the pixie dust. But there is no pixie dust in business. I can't sprinkle anything on you and make you have full 3-week booked out clientele that is going to stay and retain, okay? There's no magical solution to that. The main magical solution is our ability to go out, to find the answers, to do the work, and to book the clients, okay? Christina said, where do I find my ideal clients? On Facebook groups. We always recommend joining Facebook groups that have a similar interest to you. So if you're a vegan and you're in an area where there is a vegan Facebook group, chances are there's a lot of people just like you in that Facebook group. I personally love pugs. Love them. They're so cute. They're so cool. There's literally an Arizona Facebook group literally surrounding the love of pugs. Hello, perfect for me. If you're a mom, joining a mom's group, every single one of you joining like a woman entrepreneur group, perfect. There's so many awesome things about it that you can do, and you're literally putting yourself right there with your ideal clients, people who are just like you. Cool? Angela said some clients are scared. Absolutely they are. I think that kind of goes back to your comment about the pandemic making it difficult. And they are rightfully so scared, okay? People are high risk, people have immune deficiencies, people have a lot of things going on, and we cannot expect everyone to just be jumping back in, like nothing ever happened with this pandemic. We have to meet them in the middle. So that's why I say that now is the time to treat that like an opportunity, to actually get these clients on somewhat of a plan that maybe doesn't involve them coming to the salon. So think about ways that you can provide value, provide a product, provide something to your clients that can't necessarily come in, okay? So maybe let's just go the hairstylist route. It's like the easiest example. Maybe they obviously can't come in, maybe they're older, maybe they're high risk, etc. Well, what you can do is give them tips, tricks, products, etc. to use at home to keep their hair looking nice until they can come in. Okay, you don't have to necessarily give them an at-home color kit to do it themselves, but a shampoo that keeps their color looking bright until their next appointment. Maybe a little root touch-up spray for the grays, things like that. Potentially even other products like hairspray, root pump, etc., a wax, maybe some scrunchy gel, whatever it might be, going back to like the 2010 here. But you can provide your clients these types of products that keep their skin or their hair or their nails or whatever you do work on looking nice, looking fresh until they can come in to see you. Obviously noting that it is a band-aid on the situation. It's not going to be the same as if you came, got your hair colored or came and got your facial, etc. But it will get you through, okay? Your clients are going to be ecstatic because you're giving them a solution to their problem. Even if they're not even leaving the house, no woman wants to have roots down to here, okay? No woman going through some gray coverage wants to have gray roots to here and brunette hair to here. Even if she's just around her husband, she doesn't want that, okay? So the more that you can provide value, provide solution for these clients, even if they can't come in, the more that, for one, you're gonna have a long-term client when they are able to come back. They're not going to go to someone else after quarantine is over. And then secondly, you're gonna add additional streams of revenue to your business. So you're not only going to have clients hooked on your service, but you're then going to have them hooked on your product as well. Even if you don't carry a product in store, there's several companies out there who are shipping direct to consumer where you can kind of act as a middleman and just kind of put them in the system and it ships direct to them and you collect the difference or the commission on it, etc. So lots of different options there. Christina said, I got everything ready except how to get those clients that still worry and scared to come back. I would focus on exactly what I just told Angelina. Focus on ways that you can help them from not behind the chair. So not in the studio, not in the salon, etc. Because at the end of the day, obviously people with, immune deficiencies, etc., they're not going to come back immediately. Brandy said, I'm definitely afraid to take new clients in fear of contracting the virus and bringing it home to my children. Definitely I'm not going to tell you just to go out and take the clients anyways, obviously. Deal within your comfort zone. If you don't want to be obviously taking back-to-back clients all over the place and you want to leave time to disinfect and follow just a higher level of safety protocols, do that instead. Do what makes you comfortable and above all else, do what's going to make your clients comfortable. At the end of the day, Janine Solis, she sold $7,000 worth of product and future packages while she was shut down. So that later down the road, she could actually utilize, bring those packages in and have them as clients later down the road. The people who she was selling product to, they would then come in as clients when kind of everything settled down and she was able to reopen again. Even if you're not reopened, that's also an option for you. You can do virtual conversations with potential clientele, send them products, send them recommendations, do some one-on-one training with them on, how to get their hair or their skin just right, etc. You can do these things with these different clients in order to still bring in income for yourself, still provide value to them, And then when everything kind of calms down, then you can start bringing in a regular clientele again. There's lots of different options at our disposal here for sure. Veronica said, this is fire. You're welcome. Just kidding. Angela said clients are scared to come in. However, I'm keeping clients safe and creating new strategies to gain new clients. Boom. A few of the old clients were afraid to come back in, so I've created new strategies, blah, blah, blah. Christina said, I am an esthetician, which keywords to use and find them. Christina, are you talking about like inside of Facebook groups, like what keywords to use and find them? Because usually for an esthetician, I would literally just use the word facial. Most people who are looking for a facial, they don't really know all the different terminology. So usually if they're looking for one, they'll just type in that word as far as looking inside of the Facebook groups for sure. Or you could also try things like anti-aging, acne, etc. Try those different words and looking for them, and you could definitely find some there. But I hope you guys are getting some awesome value from this live training. It all boils down to one thing, and that is just setting the time aside to work on your business, okay? It is so crucial. I cannot stress it enough. It's the number one thing that we see people not doing in their business, and I just want to grab them by the shoulders and scream at them like, you have to. You don't have a choice. You don't have an option. Now, granted, it would be so nice to just go, stand behind the chair all day, do what you love, and have appointments just flying onto the book all day long. You never have to talk to them before they come in. But unfortunately, that world totally does not exist, okay? Especially in the world of COVID. People wanna know you before they come in. I don't know about you, but I'm not letting just any Joe Schmo touch my feet or my face or my lashes or my teeth or my hair in this time. I'm not just going to anyone I find on the internet. I'm vetting them. I'm calling them. I want to know what they do. I want to know what safety procedures they're putting in place, right? I don't want to get this virus. I think I already had it, but that's the point for another day. But I don't want to get this, right? Nobody does. So you want to make sure that whoever you're using, whoever you're going to is following these different things. So the day and the era of just having bookings just fly onto the calendar, if that ever existed, it is well beyond done, okay? As a consumer, as someone who heavily consumes all these different products, all these different services, we want to have that conversation first. Not only do I want to know all the COVID stuff and that you're following the proper guidelines, but additionally, I want to know that you can solve my problem, right? I want to know that, like, if I'm going to come get my nails done by you, that it's going to be quality. I want to know that if I'm going to come get my lashes done by you, that, quite frankly, for me, you're not going to give me lashes that look like the fans flopping up and down. I go for the classic look, right? I want to know that if I come to you for a balayage, I'm not going to come out looking like I got a chopped ombre. I want to know that if I come to you for a facial, I'm not going to walk away with like burns on my face or anything like that. I want to know that you can solve my problem and get me from point A to point B. And in order to know those things, we have to have a dialogue, a conversation first. Social media inherently has made us, as not just a community, but as a society in the world, lazy. It has made us to expect that I can gain a new client just by putting one post out there, or one Facebook ad, or like one comment, send one message, and I'm gonna get a new client. And it's kind of taken away what used to be the priority of working on our business, because we think that there's a quick fix where I don't have to do that, or a shortcut where I can get around having to do it and just get new clients on autopilot. And I hate to tell you, that's never been a thing. It's never gonna be a thing, okay? There's no shortcut for hard work. And I'm so just beating it into y'all, like there's no shortcut for working on your business. It is an absolute necessity that has to get done. There's no shortcut for having the conversations with potential new clients to get them into your chair, okay? There's some people who may not think that your service is worth the investment. There's some people who may not think or may not know that getting eyelash extensions is worth it, that getting microblading is worth it, that getting, their hair done is better than box dye. Some people just grew up on box dye. I personally, my aunt used to be a hairstylist. My hairstylist in here are gonna cringe. She used to be a hairstylist. Her license expired. She decided that I could still do it. So every time she would come to my house, she would go down to Sally's, get some hair dye for whatever in the world I wanted to do to my hair, bring it over to my house and dye my hair. I didn't know any different. I was 12. How do I know that the dye going on my hair is absolutely horrid and not gonna get me my intended result, right? I didn't know that. Some clients just don't know. And they don't know what the standard investment is. So these conversations have to be had before. Because no, a client who's used to box dye, while they're not inherently a cheap client or a discount client or things like that, they just don't know any different. They don't know any better. And while, your online booking site says $120 for a cut and color, they may think, wait, but my aunt did it for $20. So what's the difference between what my aunt did and what you did? Us in the industry know, obviously, but they don't know that, okay? That's why these conversations with potential clients are crucial. That's why putting up with, clients coming in and going, yep, the number one thing holding me back is just money. Chances are it's not just money. It's just an ill preconceived notion of what they believe is the problem, of what they believe the price should be, or what they've been taught the price should be, or the fact that Great Clips has a $7 haircut and that's all they know. They don't know what a $40 haircut's gonna get them or a $65 one, etc. They don't know the difference between clean and clear for $7 and the type of facial you can give with DMK. They don't know the difference between any of these things. And the best clientele, you guys, are the ones who don't know about you yet. Because quite frankly, the ones who already know, they've kind of already been in the game, they kind of come in with that demanding attitude, right? They're like, I want this, 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 and this. They're usually the ones demanding at a certain price. The ones who don't know about this yet, they don't know about the facial game, they've never had one before, and you're the one who gets to indoctrinate them into that, give them their first facial, get them hooked on it. For one, they're practically married to you at that point. For two, they're usually the best clients ever, period. The first stylist I ever went to, I was hooked on getting my highlights, y'all. Hooked on it. Had never had it before, had never gone to a professional stylist before. I was like, what have I been missing out on? This is the life. This is fantastic. There's all of these people going around. My stylist looks like the coolest chick ever. She's got some sick tattoos. The smell of this place is like crack cocaine to me. I love the smell of the shampoo. I loved everything about it. I was here for it because I'd never experienced something like that before. I'd never been in a salon environment. My aunt did my hair, right? So when you do get new clients in, new clients can be literally the most loyal ones. I wanted to go to the salon for fun at that point. I was begging my mom, because this was back in high school, I was begging her if I could go. Every 6 weeks. I wanted to be the most loyal client ever because I loved going. And when you get to induct a new client into that, someone who hasn't experienced it before, they're literally stuck on you. So just keep that in mind moving forward, you guys. The best clients aren't always the ones who are 45 years old, have been in the game, have gotten their hair done every 6 weeks since they were 18, etc. Because sometimes they can actually be the worst clientele. Christina said exactly. Jeanette said, thank you. This is exactly what I needed to hear. I am always here to call out some BS. That is my specialty. Christina said, my hair color is beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate it because I have not gotten this hair done since February. Sorry, Stephanie at Ash Copper Salon girlfriend. I know you're on here. I just moved to Florida. I gotta find someone new to do my hair for sure. Christina said, I wish I could have more of those clients like you, Katie. You can find them, but it takes that one thing we've been talking about all night, which is work. It's talking to them, it's priming them, it's laying the groundwork for a good, solid clientele, okay? Bree Holt, you know, one of our biggest success stories. We talk about her all the time. We beat it into the ground. You guys, it's not like she came and worked with Real Beauty Bosses and in 2 weeks she had a full clientele and was booked out till November and made hundreds of thousands of dollars. Hell no, that is so not how it happened. Okay, she came into Real Beauty Bosses and the first couple of strategies she tried didn't work. Then she tried another one, and guess what? She got like 9 new clients out of it, made like an extra $5K on top of her regular services, and was like, okay, we got a little something going here. And that one strategy took like 2 to 3 weeks of priming these same clients over and over again to get that extra $5K in. But then she started getting used to the work and started getting in the routine of it, okay? Bree originally was behind the chair all day, every day when she first started the program. She slowly climbed her way to not being behind the chair anymore and transferring herself to just owner, okay? Not overnight. And I think that's one of the big things when people hear like Bree's big success is like, I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna be like Bree, and you know, a month later, I'm gonna make $50,000 in my business. And we just gotta adjust those expectations, right? Because it's gonna take work. Bree didn't get there overnight. It took Bree 6 months, and for 6 months straight, she added an additional $10,000 to her business. So in 6 months, she had made a total of an additional $60,000, but just by slowly doing the work, okay? And that was actually a pretty slow growth compared to where she was. So she was at 20K. By about 6 to 8 months in, she had grown her business to about $50-ish thousand a month, and then she pretty much stayed there. She stayed between 50 and 60 stagnant for like 6 months, you guys. But she kept at it. She kept doing the legwork. She stayed static a little bit, but it was just because she was figuring out the employee side of things, so figuring out how to deal with her team. She's figuring out her location, finding her groove. And then guess what? Literally in 1 month, she exploded, the literal version of exploded, from $60,000 a month to $103,000 a month. Like that first one that she crossed 100, it was like 103, 105. Explosive growth. Why? Because she laid the groundwork. Because even though she wasn't seeing the result right away, she stuck with it. She did the work every single day. She had her time to work on her business, and that's all she did during those hours, no matter if she was seeing the immediate effect or not. That's another thing about what social media kind of falsely trains us for, is immediate gratification. We think if I put a post out, I should immediately get a client out of it. If I put an ad out, I should immediately get the client back. When in reality, it takes a potential new client 7 to 12 times of seeing your business before they decide to do business with you. Okay, 7 to 12 times of seeing your work, your logo, passing by your store, seeing an ad, seeing a post, commenting, going back and forth with you over a message. 7 to 12 times is the average, okay? So keep that in mind the next time you put out a post and it doesn't work and you go, oh my God, nothing works for me. Or you try a Facebook ad one time and you go, Facebook ad didn't work, I wasted $20. Okay, it takes the average potential new client 7 to 12. This is literally a proven statistic. You can look it up. 7 to 12 times of seeing your business to decide to do business with you, to decide to come in, to decide to set that appointment, okay? So that's why Bree had that explosive growth, because since she stayed in it day after day, even though for like 3 months she didn't even move past the $60,000 to $70,000 a month point. Granted, she had 13 people on her team and staff, etc. But it literally took her like 6 months of just sticking with it, putting in the reps, getting those people to see her business, getting that business name out there, following the process, and then it literally exploded. Like all of our jaws were on the ground. We were like, I'm sorry, Bree, you did how much this month? Come again? Like, are you kidding me? But that's what it is. And it's the same thing that happens with your business. But when you stick at something for a week or 2 weeks and you pull out because you may not see the immediate result of it, well, then of course you're never gonna see anything working for your business, okay? So on top of working on your business every day, you also need to find something and stick with it, okay? Find a strategy to grow your business, whether or not it be organic strategies or an ad or all of these different things, and stick with it. The first 2 months with Bree's ad, she broke even, okay? So the amount of money she put in for her ad, she got the exact same amount of money back out, okay? So she put $200 to $300 back in, she got $200 to $300 back out, okay? It exchanged. Even income to even output, okay? That's what she was doing. Now, most of you, if you're not making any money on the ad, it's like, I don't need to do that anymore. But 2 to 3 months in, when those old clients, the people from the beginning, started coming back for second and third appointments, and then she started putting more money back in the machine and it just started compounding, she got herself booked out. The stat was in March, but she got herself booked out to November. March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. 8 months. 8 months in advance. Can you imagine? People who were like, you're so busy. Okay, go ahead and put me on the calendar every 6 weeks until November. Like, insanity. But it's just because she laid the groundwork and she didn't pull out on a Facebook ad just because it was breaking her even. She kept going, kept putting money in the vending machine and, trading that money back out and getting it going more and more and more so it compounds, okay? So, big takeaway from the night that all of you should get it, and I want you to literally write it down on a sheet of paper right now. Number 1, set aside time to work on your business, okay? If it's an hour a day every day and that's what works for you, do it. But don't sacrifice that hour for anything. Don't sacrifice it for lunch. Don't sacrifice it for a client. Don't sacrifice it for literally anything, nothing at all. A doctor's appointment, nothing. Schedule all of that around this time. That is your appointment with yourself to grow your business, okay? If it's not an hour a day, set aside an entire day and clock in, clock out just like you're at a 9 to 5, okay? Just like you have a desk job and you're supposed to put that phone in the desk and not look at it from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. other than lunch break and afternoon break. Like literally, clock yourself in to working on your business. Set aside that time and don't do anything else, okay? So that's number 1. And then number 2 is just consistency is key, because consistency leads to compounding. What do I mean by compounding? It's like a snowball rolling down a hill, okay? So that first couple of times you're trying organic strategies, or you're trying a Facebook ad, or you're trying to do this social media post on Instagram, or you're messaging people about your business. Yeah, for that first couple weeks, you're pushing that damn snowball up a hill, okay? And it feels like that ain't going nowhere. Feels like it ain't doing nothing, okay? It feels hard, it feels difficult, and it feels like you are not reaping not one single reward from what you're doing. But at some point, just like Bree, you're gonna get to the top of the hill. Then it's time to start rolling the snowball down. Then guess what's gonna happen? With minimal effort, it just starts compounding and getting bigger and bigger and bigger with the same amount of work. You're giving it the same amount of pushes, and it's getting bigger faster than it was before. Why? Because we put in the work, we put in the consistency, and once you hit that climax point where it just starts compounding, it gets so much simpler, so much easier, where you are coasting, but you have to earn the coast, okay? So set aside the time to work on your business and be consistent with yourself so that you can reap the compounding effect of everything. Christina said, when is my next live training? My live trainings are every single week at 8 p.m. Eastern time in this group. Every Monday I make a post about it. The night. I hope you found immense value from this live training. Go ahead, if you have any friends in the industry who you feel like could utilize some of these words of encouragement, could utilize me constantly coming on to call out your BS, because you know that I will, go ahead and add them to the group, tag them in this live training, because really our goal and our mission here is to truly get this industry on track, change the way this industry does business in a way that makes every single one of you guys just more successful in the long run. I don't know about you, but we learned via Google that the national average for this industry as far as income goes is about $30,000 a year. And in most states, that's actually below the poverty line, okay? For hairstylists, it's closer to $26,000 a year. For estheticians, it's closer to about $35,000 a year. But nonetheless, in a majority of states, that income alone in a single income household falls actually below the poverty line. And I take up an issue with that, because every single one of you guys has so much passion for what you do and works so damn hard every single day to know what you know and to do what you do to an absolute amazing level. Like, I've seen half your guys' work and it looks immaculate, and you deserve to take home an income that you are worth. And none of you are worth being at the poverty level or being at the poverty line. At least I don't think so, okay? And you shouldn't think so either. So that's what we're here to change. That's what we're here to do. So we're here for you guys every single Monday. We're here in this group as well. We want you guys to succeed no matter what. That's why we put out so much free content for y'all. We have the unit section over to the left. If you want to set aside that time to work on your business, like I've been talking about this whole live stream, take advantage of that unit section, y'all. Kathleen Reidenbach specifically made $7,000 just off the free information before she joined any one of our programs, okay? That's what we're here for. We want to make sure that you guys have every means necessary to make money and to make it consistently and to learn the groundwork of truly running your service like a business and stepping out of the self-employed position and into a business owner position. With that said, you guys, also, if you do want additional one-on-one assistance from the Real Beauty Bosses team, I have 3 success coaches ready. They've cleared their calendars for Thursday and Friday of this week to hop on calls with you guys one-on-one to help walk you through kind of the different options at your disposal and different ways that you can be growing your business. So if you do want a one-on-one with one of our 3 success coaches, go ahead and type hashtag growth, GROWTH, I hope I spelled that right, growth, down below. My good friend Hunter will be reaching out to you to make sure that he can set up one of those calls with you guys so that you can get that one-on-one help that you deserve and that we want to offer you 100% free. So just comment hashtag growth down below if you do want one of those one-on-one appointments with one of our 3 success coaches. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and hop off here tonight. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your Monday. Literally homework this week. Block out an hour, block out a day. I don't care what it is. Just block out time to work on your business. Accountability. I want you to post in this group after you've finished that 1 hour, at least 1 hour of working on your business. I want you to post in this group everything that you got done in that hour, okay? You can get a lot done in an hour. I want to know what you finished. I want to know what you got done. We're accountability partners. We're here to keep you on track. So I don't want you just showing up to these live trainings. I want you taking action. I want you doing these things. I want you implementing them. I want you using them to push yourself forward. J Star said, Katie, is there a group for people that have already joined the university? There is. It's called Real Beauty Bosses Mastermind Community. If you will just search that in your search bar, it'll bring it up, and my assistant will be able to approve you into the group. So with that said, you guys, use your accountability, do your hour working on your business, post in the group what you worked on. Can't wait to see what all you guys are able to accomplish just in that 1 hour of implementing this. With that said, I will see you all next week. I hope you all have a fantastic Monday, a fantastic rest of your week. Keep rocking on. Bye.